Good evening, everyone. How is everyone on this Anzac Day? For those who don't live in Australia and New Zealand, it's Anzac Day today here in Australia, which we celebrate. It's a public holiday, and there's a dawn service, which this day commemorates the end of the war, the 11th hour of the 11th day. It's just a very significant day for those of us who live in Australia and New Zealand. So, yeah, that's what that's all about. If you've seen that on my story, those of you who are my friends. So, I've had a very busy day and a very busy week trying to get ready for my launch not this Saturday, thankfully, next Saturday, the 4th. So my catalogue kick-off day, so I've been making lots of samples for that and getting stressed because I haven't done nearly enough, but I've had a lot on lately with funerals and what else, appointments, and we had a lovely team day last Saturday at Cheryl O'Bree's, and she spoilt me rotten with a beautiful card and some just absolutely stunning earrings for my $250,000 achievement. So that was really special. So anyway, I'm going to be I'll pop you down at the desk and show you what I'm going to be using. I just want to, I can make sure I can do that when I pop you down and get in the right place. Okay, so just hope you don't get dizzy. All right. See what that looks like. So Adventurous Sky is a new bundle coming in the new catalogue very soon, like next Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday is the 1st. Yes. So that's very exciting. So I'm just casing a card from the catalogue today, and I can't believe how I put off. Because I love stamping with everything. But as I was just saying to my downline Rhonda this morning, these sorts of sets, they really get your creative juices flowing. I think more so than the floral ones. So I haven't even got my stamps out ready. That's because they're in the set, and I did put everything away so that I'd know where it was. I'm going to use some white craft ink, and I've already done one, but why I'm doing the other one is to show you exactly how I did this. Not that you need to be a genius to know that. I'll just mount up my blocks. I think I used all of these clouds. It's got clouds in here. And did you see all the specials on the in the online store? There's some good ones there to be had. Not sure if that little block's big enough for that one. I'll put a bigger one. That's probably all the stamping that I am going to do. I procrastinated about using this, but I'll show you how easy those planes are to put together in a sec when we get to that. Let's get the stamping done first. And I must remember to push that away from myself. I want to repeat those clouds. And is there anyone watching? Not yet. Oh well, they can catch up. I might just put a piece of scrap paper. What's this? That's a tutorial I printed off. Let's see, what have we got? That'll do. I'll do it over here, because if I go off the edge, that won't be good on my, well, it'll wipe off the mat, but the white ink is a little bit sticky, so I don't really want to have to deal with that. So that one down there. This dries fairly quickly. this ink. I avoid using this for some reason. I don't know why I avoid using it, because I have used it quite a bit over the last couple of days and I'm quite enjoying using it. Big one there, you see. Yep. There. Might be a bit crooked, that one. Anyway, once the card's all together, no one's going to notice that, are they? Hopefully. And a little cloud there. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with the white ink. Put that away, and I'm going to grab a baby wipe because I don't want to put that ink straight in my scrub. White ink is, it's probably why I avoid using it, because it's not that easy to get rid of. Well, it's easy, but it's not like the other inks because it's a white craft ink. It takes a little bit to dry, but I'm going to do something else while it's drying. Get as much of that off with my baby wipe as I can, and then we'll clean it on the scrub. Just saves getting too much of that in your scrub. I'm doing it now because if I leave it till later it sort of dries on a bit. It's a bit harder to get off, so just bear with me. Okay, I'm just going to give those a quick clean on my scrub. Amazing where that goes. It was all on the block there. Never mind. So now what I thought I'd do, I'll just show you something else that's new, is these huge embossing folders. And I discovered when I was playing around with them to cut up my make and takes for Saturday week, that you can fit 2 bases. I'm not going to do that one because that's still wet. I can fit 2 of them in there, so how cool is that? I just thought that might be fun. They didn't do this in their sample to see what that looks like, and if we don't like it, I can not use it. So I'm going to run that through. If you ever wonder which platforms to use, it is listed on the base plate, but I'm always in a hurry and I don't want to read things. That's the same. I'm the same with instructions. I don't want to spend time reading. I just want to do. So if you go to pop it through and you get resistance and it won't go through, you know that you've done something wrong. So that one's called the So Swirly embossing folder, and there is another one. Is that on my desk? What have I done with it? I don't see it. Oh yes, here it is. It's this one with the dots. I have 3 of the girls will be using, or half of the girls will be using this one, and half will be using the swirly one for their make and takes, one of them. So there's what that does. You could use either side of that. I'm not sure if it looks like waves or sky, but I think I quite like that. So I think we'll use that. If anyone's there, can let me know if you want me to use that or not. Meanwhile, we'll build our plane, which is just so easy. You get you get the dies to do this. You also get the dies to cut out the planes and the... got propellers everywhere. I had lost one of those. Is that on there? I'll leave it in there. No, it's nothing in there. I've still lost one because I've only got 3. Anyway, I only need 2, so we'll... So all you do for your plane, now I've cut that out of, that one's out of navy and that one's out of grey granite, okay? I think theirs is out of smoky slate. I didn't have any, I know there's some smoky slate scraps somewhere and I couldn't find them and I could have had to cut up a whole sheet. I couldn't do that, could I? Well, I could have, but I thought I'll see what this looks like, and this looked okay, so that's why I went with that. So that just, when you're gluing these, if you want them to be on a part of the card where you don't want glue, you need to be, let's put this where you can see it, you need to be vigilant about where the glue is going to go. So you can see that that's going to go over there, so you can have glue on this part, you can have it on all the nose, nearly all of that, the top part of that, and these things here, the wheels, yeah, but not up the top. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you are putting it on a card, straight on a card. It doesn't really matter. So you don't have to be too pedantic about it. I just thought I might get a little bit there. You can do it pretty easily with just your wet glue. Oops, what's that little spot there? So if you line up your wheels, come on, line up. Yeah, that's right. So if you've got the guy in your life that likes flying, this would be the perfect card. Now I've got to refer to my sample. I see what I'm doing next. So is anyone there to ask? Can't see anyone there to ask. So I'm going to just go ahead and use this one that I embossed, and thought I had a sentiment too. Sure I did. Where did that go? No, maybe I didn't. Oh, we've got to put the propellers on. Oh, have I not? Not sure whether that comes out or not. No, I don't think it does, that bit. Look. No, that doesn't. That bit doesn't come out. I need to put some... Oh, I haven't put any glue on it, you silly woman. You haven't put glue on it, anything. So these were cut out of... We've still got, at the moment, we've still got holographic. So, and I love it. I've got a few spare packs. So we are getting silver in the new catalogue, but the only packets we were allowed to get were silver and something else, silver, gold, and I can't remember what the other one was. So we were allowed to get other silver, which I did get as well. Well, not as well, because we couldn't get the one that I want, which is just silver. So I'll have to wait and see what that's like. So now let's plan our card before we stick it all together. Yeah, I'm sure I had a sentiment stamped. Oh, maybe I don't. I'm going to put the sentiment there. Oh, there it is there. You're the best, plain and simple. So yeah, I've got it stamped, but I thought I'll show you how easy. Hopefully I'll show you how easy it is to stamp. In navy. Night of navy. And if I get it crooked, I've got to back up. When I make cards, if I've been stamping a sentiment, I've been stamping some extra ones. We could put happy birthday. There is a nice happy birthday in here. Yeah, that's a bit crooked. See? Down a bit. That one's better. Do I want to do another one? No, I won't for that one. I'm just going to cut this end. I cannot cut straight to save myself, so I'm going to cut that end, throw that one away because it's not up to scratch. And do I need to? Probably do need to cut that one, but that's all right. Use my big scissors to do one of those. Put that over there in my sentiment pile, and then what I'm going to do is stick that on there. And then I'm going to cut off. This is some paper. I'll show you the paper in a sec. I think I want about that much. You can't see that from my hands, can you? And then I'll cut that about there. I'll show you some other ones that I've made for my launch day in case some of my customers are not coming, so I'll be able to have a bit of a preview. Haven't had a plain set with die cuts. We've had other sets with planes and other things in, but we haven't had a set that's just got planes and die cuts. Well, not in my lifetime anyway. And I've been almost 12 years, so that's a while. Oops, sticking to me. Just find out where we want our sentiment to go. That there. Yep, put that on there. Oops. Put that on, and then I'll put my plane on, I think. So he can go. Yeah, I like him on a bit of an angle, actually. Looks like he's taken off. Just two will do there, I think. And we might, I don't know, we might pop him up too, because we can. That's 3, oops, come here, big ones on him will do. I think he can just go there like that. And we do have some new grey, what are they called? Basic grey and smoky slate pearls. But I don't know if they're too big. If you put your sheet over the card, you will see whether you like them or not. Oh, I didn't realise there were some little ones. I was thinking they were all big. They're not. Yeah, perhaps that colour would be best. In-betweeny colour, which is smoky slate, I guess. So we might do that. It promptly fell off my pokey tool. It's alright, I'll pick it up with my fingers. Didn't want to play ball with me. Another one here. And I think I'll use another big one. I find the big ones hard to use, so when I get a chance, I like to use them up. Where do I want you? About there. Okay. Oh, have I got a piece for the inside? Oh, I don't know if I have. I did cut up some inserts before. Fiddly jolly things. Go over there. I have a couple of spare ones. So we're just going to put that propeller over there, so I know where it is if I run out of them again. And I'll bring back my scratch paper to stamp a plane, I think. One going that way and two going that way. You can do a big one. Do that in light of navy as well. Where did I put that? Put my pearls on top of it, didn't I? I'll show you how that stamps, but we need that up the top. Oops. Perhaps in that corner might look best. So that looks good. And an envelope. I'll have to go on the opposite corner of this one because our stamp's got to go on the other corner. And we could also add a bit of balmy blue when this is dry, just to give it add a bit of texture. Find a balmy blue brush. I'll do. So I'll do my insert first because that should be dry. Just saves it from being naked. Looking bland. You could also use balmy blue as well. Actually, balmy blue, boho blue. I think boho blue. I'll have a look in a minute when I grab the paper to show you. I should have showed you that first, shouldn't I? Pretty sure I think it's boho blue that goes with this set and navy, but because it's this sort of card, it doesn't matter which blue I've used, the light blue. Just pretties that up a little bit. Okay, now we can stick that in. And there's another card ready for my launch day. Just like that. And I'll find the other ones. I have done a few since I did them. Just a few. There we go. So that's the card we did today. Just make sure that you can, I've got it in the right spot. Push it over there a bit and down a bit. Down a bit or towards the camera a bit. Towards the camera a bit. There, that's where I need to be. Sorry about the shadow, I don't quite know what to do about that. So that's today's, and I did do, that one's just cased from the catalogue. I think I used the same, I used exactly the same as what they did. Just trying to look. Down a bit so you can see. So there's that one, and this one. So that one's stamped, and I've coloured it with my blender pens, not my Stamp and Blends, my blender. You know, the, what is this called? A blender pen. So you stamp in the ink, and then you pick up the ink with your pen and spread it. That's what I did, and then I just grabbed a brush and just some grey, I'm not sure which grey I used, and just added that with a sponge. That's how I did that. I'm not sure how they did it. We've got recipes, but I didn't bother to look that up. This one's also, I think, cased exactly the same, I think, from the catalogue. Yeah, they've used, except I put my propellers on and then realised it wasn't going to fit because US size is 1/4 inch, yes, wider than ours, so I had to put mine on an angle. And I actually think I quite like that. I think it looks better. And I didn't do the Happy Father's Day like they did. And this is stamped on the DSP, which I really like that. And I also stamped this one on the DSP. This one's one I made up myself with another new set called, I can show you that. It's called In the Grove, and it's got, yes, In the Grove, not Grassy Grove. Grassy Grove is staying as well as In the Grove. So we've got mountains, I've only used the mountains, and I've just done some clouds on, I didn't sponge that, did I? I'm trying to think what colour that is. That must be boho blue, I think. Oh gosh, I should write things down because I've forgotten. Yeah, it's not sponged. It must be boho blue, pretty sure. And I've done the white ink clouds, and I've made my plain red and grey, and I love that one. Just love it. I will actually show you, give you a couple of more sneak peeks. That's that one with that one. In the Grove goes with, and I can show you what I've been working on this afternoon. Where is it? Trying to find it. In the Grove. So this is that set, In the Grove, and it's just got a different sort of a die than the other one. It's got the die for the mountains, so that's that set. And I'll grab what I've been working on this afternoon, or all day actually, and I'll show you what I came up with. And I'll actually have to show you what I used for that as well. Gosh, it just goes on and on and on, doesn't it? It's so great that our sets all coordinate well with each other. So I've used Under the Moon as well for this one. Not this one. This is just the In the Grove die on the Garden Meadow paper, the paper that goes with Garden Meadow. Okay, just a very simple one. I'll just die cut that and pop that on the top. This one uses the moon, and it uses the new paper, which is called Thoughtful Journey. So, and I've done the moon in, I think I used Misty Moonlight, and I've done some trees, the mountains in Night of Navy and the trees in Night of Navy. The trees are out of In the Grove. Hang on, Grassy Grove. It's that tree stamp. There are trees in the other one, but they're different, and I liked these ones for that sort of card. And then this one is just the mountains. Mountains probably could have been a bit higher, but anyway. And I've got the little fox and the moon stamped in navy, I believe. Or did I do it in... I might have did it in Misty Moonlight, I think. This one, I'll have to take that out of the bag to show you. This was my first one I popped together. I've done the mountains in Misty Moonlight, and I've done the moon. You may not be able to quite see that. I probably should put some Wink of Stella on that, actually. I don't know how Wink of Stella reacts on the white, though, and I don't want to spoil my card. And as you can probably see, I've used the Thoughtful Journey paper, and I've used both of the dies together. So if you can see, that one's just that one, and that one's the two combined. So they do work really well together. That's what's kept me busy this morning and this afternoon. 2 hours went by without me even realising. So yeah. So all right. Well, that's it for me for today. Let's go and better turn myself up the right way. I best go and see what's for dinner tonight. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.